And we begin here at 6 tonight with the mayor refusing to get involved in the case of a Bronx high school student who was arrested by ICE. The adult student initially showed up for what he believed was a routine hearing on his request for asylum. Political reporter Marcia Kramer has the story.
Today's immigrants, tomorrow's future. That's the promise on the webpage for Ellis Prep High School in the Bronx. But that may no longer be true for a 20-year-old Venezuelan student from the school who showed up at federal immigration court in Lower Manhattan on Wednesday for a hearing on his request for asylum and then was arrested by ICE. I just wondered if, given your relationship with Tom Homan, if you might be able to talk to him to review this case.
Well, we have to be extremely careful because the New York City Council laws, I'm limited on what coordination I can do. And so sometimes there's a blessing and it's a curse. We don't know what happened at that hearing.
Mayor Adams declining to get involved in the case of the student named Dylan, who became the first New York City high school student to be arrested by ICE. He has no criminal record. His attorneys say he entered the country legally under policies then in effect by the Biden administration. Dylan entered the United States with permission to seek asylum, and his detention robs him of the opportunity to seek that relief with the full protections offered to him under the law, said a spokesperson for the New York Legal Assistance Group. ICE disputes that, saying in a statement that Dylan is, quote, an illegal alien from Venezuela who illegally entered the United States more than 1 year ago under the Biden administration. He was encountered at the border and released into the country. It appears to be a clash between the old and the new, Biden border policies versus the new edict for expedited deportation put into effect by President Trump. Our media partners at Chalkbeat, reporter Michael Elson Rooney, spoke with Dylan's mom, who told him she's also worried because he's been sick with stomach problems.
She said he's told her that he hasn't received medical treatment so far. He's been moved to 4 different detention centers, at least in the past 5 or 6 days.
Students at the school are also upset.
It's scary because I'm an immigrant.
I think it's difficult.
Yes,
it's very scary.
So let's touch on that a little bit more regarding the schools. Will this have, you got to wonder, if this will have a chilling impact on parents, right? Wanting to possibly keep their kids out of school.
Well, you know, some people think that it will have a chilling effect because parents are going to get worried. But Mayor Adams is trying to reassure people, saying that this arrest actually happened at the immigration court on Broadway and that there has not been an arrest at a school or a city hospital or a church for that matter. So he says, if your kids belong in school, you should send them.
And what about him sort of keeping his distance from this? What's your take on that?
Well, you know, he has been reluctant to criticize the Trump administration, but the truth is that he's under sanctuary city laws that were passed by the city council and the previous administration. So under that law, he's not allowed to help them with deportation. So he's not allowed to do it, so he's not doing it.
All right. Marcia Kramer, thank you.